Mr. Evers, come on in. Have a seat.
Thank you for seeing me on such short notice.
Oh, don't be silly. Your brother Thomas and I are old friends, so when he asked me if I could help you out here at the company, I was more than happy to oblige. Let's see. Your resume isn't very business-oriented. I see you are an actor.
Yes. My brother feels that I should have a real job. But he doesn't realize what a real job acting can be.
I mean, he's a good man. I'm sure he has your best interests at heart.
Oh, he's coached me from the wings. I'm sure with good intentions, do this, kid, do that, kid. Be more like me, kid. I spent my childhood trying to live up to his standards. I was like a bagel on a plate of onion rolls. Do you know what it's like living under the shadow of your older brother?
I'm an only child.
You're lucky.
That's what my father said.
I'm willing to learn and work hard.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good, because what one lacks in experience can always be made up for with commitment, enthusiasm, and fast learning.
Oh, I'm a fast learner. One time I had to take over the role of Biff from Death of a Salesman from this other actor. I had to memorize the whole thing 2 days.
Well, let's get started, shall we? What would you say is your greatest strength?
Sense memory.
I'm sorry, sense memory?
Whatever position I'm given here, I'll be able to reach deep down and pull out whatever is needed to flesh out my responsibilities for a solution.
I see. And what would you say is your biggest weakness?
I can't crank cue.
Well, we don't do much crying around here, except maybe when it comes time for year-end bonuses. I'll be honest, we've had to cut down a little bit here.
Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. There is no other pearl to be found in the dark folds of life. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. You can't eat an orange and throw away the seeds. Doesn't anybody realize what life is like while they live it every minute?
Do you know Quicken?
Raimi directed that, didn't he?
We need people who can make tough choices and hard decisions. Does that sound like you?
With great power comes great responsibility. Courage is being scared to death, but doing the right thing anyway. I know what I have to do, and I know I am right. You need me on that wall!
Let's say you see a coworker doing something unethical or acting unprofessional. How would you handle that? Would you approach him? Would you say something? Would you ignore him? What would you do?
Well, I would probably take him aside and say something like, "Hey, I know what you did. Yeah, I saw it. Hey, don't worry, I'm not trying to jam you up. I know what's going on. I've been there myself. Look, I know you feel invincible and you can break all the rules you want. But you also realize that it's a point where it's harder to get to the top than it is to stay there. And it's a long drop to the bottom. And there's no one there to pick you up. I wear the scars of every bad choice I ever made. And I'm trying to tell you, look, for God's sake, don't throw your life away.
A simple "don't do it again" would suffice.
Of course. Less is more. Oh, that's a good note. Do you have a pen?
I think I've heard enough, Mr. Evers. Out of deference to your family, I'm going to advance you to the second round of interviews.
Thank you! Yes! I got a call back.
Next.